Do you have regrets? Are you in your 50s or 60s or even beyond, and things in life didn't turn out how you thought they were going to turn out? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and you were a loving, kind, generous, hardworking person, and still there was bad things that happened to you. And you've lost your happiness, you've lost your joy, you've lost your peace. And how can you regain that? In this video, I'm going to teach you the 8 things that you can do every day to help you regain your peace, love, and joy. And you need to watch all the way to the end, because the last one is the one thing you should stop doing that's going to make the most difference. But first, let me give you a little background about me. That I've had a very difficult, challenging life. I am going to be 58 and living my best life now. I wake up every day happy and full of joy, even though I'm going to work in 20 minutes. I love my job. I love my job. It's my encore career. I did retire as a school teacher. But starting off in life, it was kind of a very rough start. Experienced poverty, neglect, sexual abuse, and that led to the point when I actually went to junior high that I stopped speaking. I just became electively mute. I guess that's what they call it now. Then they just said I was the quiet girl. And of course that led to a lot of bullying, and you can imagine my self-esteem was just as low as your self-esteem could be, even though I won every award for academics that you could win in my junior high. And as always happens, you go to high school and you do a 360 and drugs, alcohol. Eventually I became homeless at the age of 17, and I turned it all around. I went to college on a full scholarship, graduated with a 3.5 in economics, had 5 job offers, and worked the whole time in a very horrible slum apartment. It was nasty, it was gross. It was just gross. You had to carry a crowbar to fend off the rapists in the alley. It was horrible. It was a horrible, horrible college experience. But I thought, I was like, hey, I'm all good now. Life is good. But no, you still carry that brokenness inside of you. You're still that broken little butterfly. And getting married and married a doctor and white picket fence and all that sort of stuff, you're still that same person. You still need to deal with that pain. You still need to deal with the pain and the suffering that you had to go through earlier in your life. And it gets caught up with you. And so I ended up divorced, 3 amazing, wonderful children, single mom, East Tennessee, small town, was very isolated from family, isolated, treated as an outsider. You didn't go to high school here. Who are you? Kicked out of the Methodist church. There just was no support. It was very, very challenging. Trying to remodel a house from the 1970s, even to the point where it's getting chased by coyotes in my run home. Yeah, it was a challenging life. It was nothing was ever given to me. It was always very, very, but I'm here. I retired from teaching. I'm happier than I've ever been. And so I'm going to give you these 8 things. Please hit subscribe, friends. Hit subscribe. It really helps me. I'm Casey Ann Reynolds. I have pivoted. I am a retirement coach. I've always been a vocational coach, but now I am the sexy Social Security girl. I used to study special education law, and I found Social Security was actually a lot easier to study. Any questions you have about retirement or Social Security or dating, or just any questions you have about this crazy thing we call getting older, please put it in the comments below. I love comments. I'm so thankful for all of you. Absolutely. And I do release a video a week, and I do pray that all my videos are very helpful. Number 1 is to be true to yourself. To thy own self be true. And this is also the number 1 regret of people on their deathbed. So for me, that meant dressing the way I like to dress. I love dressing up. I don't care if I look ridiculous. Who cares? My hair is all natural. I'm actually wearing a little bit of makeup today. I almost never wear makeup. I just really don't care. I want to develop my own personal style. Even if people criticize me, I just am me. So just be yourself. Number 2 is be creative. I think the majority of us in Gen X and the millennials, we're in careers that don't allow much creativity. And being creative actually helps you reverse the aging process. It helps you to avoid dementia. Be creative while you still have a chance. Because if you looked on a graph, friends, if you looked on a graph, we don't have much time left on planet Earth. The weeks we have left are just diminishing quickly. So if you want to write that book, write that book. If you want to paint, paint. Number 3, this is just scientifically proven, and it may seem absolutely silly and ridiculous. I work in the hospitality industry. I'm a cocktail server and make way more money than I did as a teacher. I work with a bunch of young people, and they're always laughing and joking and being silly. And as a school teacher, I was like, straight face, you can't be, you're smiling and laughing. I love my guests so much, and I get to actually be my true personal self. Whereas a teacher, I always had to have that witch face. Smiling and laughing is just gonna make you happier. So be around people that are happy and positive. And even if it's your family members and they're not happy and positive and they bring you down, bye-bye. You don't need to be around negative people. Be around happy, positive. Number 4, this is really close to my heart. And again, this is very much proven by science, is spending time in nature. And you definitely want to hit notification. Need some comments, friends. Me too. Even though I live outside of a very large metropolitan area, I have an amazing, absolutely amazing place where I can walk around the lake every day. We get migrating birds from Florida, and it's just absolutely amazing to spend time in nature every day. Number 5, do something different every weekend. I think there's a lot of people my age or older that they just have this big trip, and then I've got a bucket list, the bucket list. Just do something fun and different every weekend. In particular, living in a major metropolitan area or close to it, I actually can then look forward to things. I always look forward to Cheekwood. I look forward to Santa Rampage. I look forward to Halloween. I look forward to 4th of July, Foley Beach. There's things I look forward to, and then there's things I get to try that are new that I haven't tried before. Just went to Oktoberfest. That was really fun. So trying something new every weekend, and there's nothing wrong with that bucket list. Keep the bucket list. But don't just sit at home every weekend watching Netflix. Keep trying different things, something fun and new every weekend. It's just gonna make you smile. Number 6 is being physically active. I've made a lot of videos about health and physical activity, but it's super, super important. And we can combine that with the nature, taking a nature walk, be engaging our major muscle groups, getting that 10,000 steps every day. Again, that's kind of scientifically proven to extend your life and to make you a whole bunch happy. And number 7 is my favorite, is spend time with younger people. This may be people you work with. I'm a strong believer is if you're able to get out of a job that you may get fired from or you no longer enjoy, go do a part-time job and make more money often, watch that video. But spending time with younger people changes your perspective. We are a product of our environment. You spend time with a whole bunch of older, grumpy poo people are just complaining all the time and this hurts and that hurts and I got arthritis and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're gonna feel that way. Hang out with younger people, and I'm not talking about children, I'm not talking about babies, that's fine, those are your grandkids. But I'm talking about people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, just so that you don't become an old fuddy-duddy, so you keep that young perspective. And number 8 is the one thing you need to stop doing, caring what people think. If you love yourself more than you love other people, which face it, we all do love ourselves, why is it that we care so much what other people think about us? Do you know what? They really don't care. And they're really not thinking one little bit about you. You may think it, but they are not. Or let's just be crazy and make them think about us. I like that idea better. Stop caring. Be your own self. And so I think 8 and 1 really and truly tie in together, because when we spend too much money, when we have to do that trip to Cabo, even though we don't even really want to go to Cabo, you definitely want to watch my next video, because I'm just right now currently a cocktail server, a waitress, and I amazingly, through my 5 things that I've done, been able to develop $1 million in assets. And when I turn 67, I'll have $10,000 in monthly income. Yes. Super excited. You need to watch the video and find out how I did that. And I'll see you again in the next video. So I want you guys to have love, peace, and joy.